Looks like we've got a global slowdown coming, or it's in progress, that's for sure. Are you saying we get a crash, that this is 2008 all over again?
Unfortunately, Stuart, it's going to be worse than 2008. That wasn't the real crash. I think the real crash is still coming. You know, before I was on, I overheard your discussions about quantitative easing, and yeah, QE3 is coming. I was predicting QE3 when the Fed did QE2. And the reason I knew QE3 was coming is because I knew QE2 wouldn't work. And that's why QE4 is going to follow QE3. It never works. It just makes the economy sicker. The reason we're so screwed up is because all this QE is toxic.
Does it kick the can down the road? So what I mean by that is, if the Europeans print euros and America prints dollars, does that just delay the crash that you're talking about?
Well, it makes things worse, and I don't doubt that we're going to try to pressure Germany into printing. It's kind of like we're the kid that's trying to get a friend to ditch school with us to go to the beach. I mean, we're a bad influence on everybody, but it's much better to allow an economy to restructure. It's like if you're sick, you want to cure the disease. You don't want to numb the pain on Novocaine while the disease gets worse. And in America, the problem is interest rates are too low. They have to go up. We can't have an economy with interest rates at zero. We need to have an interest rate that reflects true supply and demand of savings and borrowing. We need a market rate of interest. And until we do that, we're going to have this phony economy that is held together by Fed stimulus. But it can't do it forever. Eventually, we overdose on it. The dollar collapses. We have runaway inflation, and that's much worse than the pain associated with allowing the economy to restructure. But if the Fed lets interest rates go up, we have to realize we're going to have a deeper recession. You have to realize banks are going to fail, and the government's going to have to slash spending.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm wondering, why hasn't the price of gold gone up? Very recently.
It has.
Yeah. Well, it went up to a log, $1,800, then come back down to $1,500. That's not exactly a spike at the precise moment when you've got people considering printing trillions of euros and trillions of dollars. Why isn't it up more?
Well, look, you know, when I first started coming on Fox, gold was around 400, so it's been going up. It hasn't skyrocketed in the last year, but that doesn't mean that it won't. I think there are a lot of people that don't understand what's going on. Look at how many people are buying the dollar. Look at people buying treasuries. That makes no sense either. Look, people were lining up to buy Facebook, and they quickly discovered that they didn't want that either. I think, you know, the dollar is going to end up being the Facebook of safe havens. I think people that are selling gold are making a mistake. My clients are still buying it. I haven't sold any of my gold, and I think it's going a lot higher. I think that eventually people are going to realize that gold isn't a risk asset. It is the safe haven asset, that the risk lies in the dollar, that the risk lies in treasuries and other currencies that are being printed into oblivion.
All right, we hear you. And we're looking at the price of gold, we're looking at treasuries, we're looking at the dollar.